Happy Monday morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show on the brand new Main Street TV. And we hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Weather held out pretty well over the weekend, but maybe not so much this week. But we'll get to that in just a moment. As the temperatures are pretty good, but that rain just is sticking around with us. So be prepared to mow your grass the next, month in a row every day, but that's okay. It's spring. All right. Well, our good friend Pete Wilson is here to start off the morning news update. And of course, that is brought to you by Nia Henry, agent for Appalachia Realty. If you are looking to buy or sell or have any real estate needs, boy, is Nia killing it right now. I noticed she has a lot of listings, and she will be out working hard for you as she is everybody else. So give her a call, 740-418-4135. All right, Pete Wilson, I know on Mondays we always have a lot of news to report. So what is going on, good buddy?
Okay, well, it was a very busy weekend, mostly good stuff.
Good.
It was not only a good sunny weekend, but it's the first of the month, and there tends to be a lot more activities then. So
yes.
Things get scheduled, and both on the school and the community front. But before we get to those, we're going to tell you about a tragic story out of Nelsonville. Now, normally we don't report news out of Jackson and Vinton counties. We keep it local because we think that's what our readers and listeners want. However, in Nelsonville, on Sunday evening, early Sunday evening, a Nelsonville firefighter, Jeff Armis, died as a result of when he was in the line of duty. He and other Nelsonville firefighters had reported to a structure fire at a residence, and he collapsed on the scene. They took him to Oblenis Memorial Hospital in nearby Athens, where he was pronounced dead. And they didn't give an age for Mr. Armis, but as you can see, looks fairly young there in the picture. And what this does is it underscores the dangers of firefighting. You know, you think about the danger that is involved in, entering a burning structure, being around a burning structure. There's that for sure. And everybody who takes on that commitment, and the families that are behind those firefighters, they know that there's that danger. But there's also the physical element involved. This is very physical work, and, try to put on some firefighter turnout gear on a hot day and see how you feel.
Right.
And that is a physical danger. And I don't know what the cause of death of Mr. Armis will turn out to be, but it was obviously a product of what he was doing, firefighting, trying to help somebody else. And here in Jackson and Vinton counties, the great majority of our firefighters do it on a volunteer basis with not much more than token pay. And we know that, but we need to really thank those people that they're there doing what they're doing. And I know that each one of those firefighters in Jackson and Vinton counties, when they hear about this, they will feel a special bond with the Nelsonville Fire Department and for the family of Jeff Armis as a result of this. Remember back in 1987 in Wellston, there was a firefighter, Danny Holtz, who died in the line of duty, and they do something every year in Wellston to honor his memory because they know that it could happen to any one of them, no matter how good a shape they're in or how careful they are or how well they're equipped and trained. So that was news out of Nelsonville yesterday. On the COVID-19 front, no new updates from the Jackson County Health Department. However, we do have an update from the Vinton County Health Department, and the news is good. This is the latest infographic that was put out. I believe this was on Friday, and you see the raw numbers there. But the bottom line is, based on the most previous report, which was the day before, on Thursday the 29th, there was just one new case. And I believe that the number of new cases in Vinton County was almost negligible, 2 or 3 at the most last week. The number of active cases actually did go up from 4 to 5, but as you can see, if you're watching there on TV, nobody is hospitalized in Vinton County as a result of the coronavirus, and there was no new deaths either. And the really good news, this was reported on Friday by the Vinton County Health Department, probably put out officially on Thursday by the Ohio Department of Health. Vinton County went from level 2 to level 1 on the Ohio Public Health Advisory System map. And this is a color-coded map that shows, the level of incidence of COVID-19 and other factors related to it: hospitalizations, deaths, trips to the emergency room, physician visits, etc. Vinton County is only one of 4 counties in the state that are level 1. There's level 1 through 4. Level 1 is the lowest, level 4 is the highest and the worst. Most counties in the state are level 2 or level 3. Jackson County remains at level 2 right now. Jackson County, if you remember, for a while was level 3 during the worst of the pandemic. But Jackson County is level 2. Now, if you look at it from a regional basis, all the counties in southeastern Ohio except Vinton and Gallia, who are level 1, and Ross and Athens, which are level 3, are level 2. A lot of counties, especially those in the more highly populated areas, remain level 3. Nobody is at level 4. So all you have to do is look at that map. I know we talked about that map a lot more when the cases were higher, but the map is still being put out there, and there's still a lot of red on that map. So this is something that you have to remember. For instance, all the counties that are red are considered high incidence counties. Now, as far as numbers, what does it mean when you go from level 2 to level 1? That means that in Vinton County, on the per capita standard, they went below 50 cases per 100,000 population. I'm not sure where Jackson County is on this, but they are above the 50 cases per 100,000 threshold. All right, a lot of folks may not realize it, but we do have an election tomorrow. In Jackson County, it is both a special election and a primary election. It's a special election because there is a senior citizens levy on the ballot, and normally there would not be a levy on the ballot in an off-numbered year in the primary, so it's considered a special election. There you see a picture of the Jackson Senior Citizens Center over on Mound Street. If this levy passes and they're able to do other fundraising that has to accompany the levy being passed, they will be building a new senior citizens building on AC Avenue. We'll go over a little bit more details on the needs for that. We've talked about it before. We had our guests from the Jackson County Board of Aging on last week. But the bottom line is they need a newer, better, bigger facility. And they cannot emphasize too much that the senior citizen centers in Wellston and Oak Hill will remain open, and they will also receive capital improvements if the levy passes. So we will be talking a little bit more about that tomorrow on actually election day. It is a primary election in one place in Jackson County, and that is Ward 1 in the city of Wellston. That is the only place where there is a partisan contested race. There are city offices on the ballot this year in Jackson and Wellston that are partisan, and now that means that Republicans and Democrats can step up and run in the primary. However, there are no contests anywhere except in Ward 1, and that is where incumbent Republican D. Keith Woolham faces a challenge from challenger Angela Spangler. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow as well. We do want to remind everybody that we are going to have election coverage on our various media platforms tomorrow night. Now, there's not a whole lot going on, but once again, a very important election if you're Angela Spangler or Donald Keith Woolham, and a very important election if you have ties to the Senior Citizens Program. So what we're going to do tomorrow, it's going to be something a little different. We're still working out some of the details, but the plan will be to do reports on the half hour starting at 7:30. That's when the polls close. And then every half hour, we don't know when the returns will come in. We know they won't come in very often. That's not the way we like it, but that's just the way it is now. But we want to be able always to report the results as fast as we can without a lot of singing from Pete Wilson or anybody else in between. So we're going to break away in those 30-minute segments, but always come back at the top and the bottom of the hour until the final results are in. And when we hear the final results are in, say at 9:15, we'll come on as soon after 9:15 as we can with those results to be as timely as possible. But we're talking about the radio, WKOV 96.7 FM. We're talking about our own TV, Main Street TV. We're talking about Facebook. And of course, we'll get things out on our website, and we'll have them in the print edition, not Wednesday because of deadlines, but on Saturday. So
Very good.
That's the deal. We're going to do the best we can on that to adapt to the situation, but still bring the news to you as quickly as possible with the help of our staff here. All right, the Vinton County Elections Board. This is not elections oriented, but it's about the office there. They're going to have a special meeting tonight, the new board, at 4 p.m. They have, in fact, called special meetings for each Monday this month, starting at 4 p.m. But the importance about tonight's meeting, Jennifer, other than just letting the people know they're having it, is that they're going to go into executive session over hiring matters. What might happen tonight is the hiring of a new elections director and deputy director. That's not set in stone, but for a while now, they've been inviting applications for those two vacant positions. This is a big deal. Vinton County is one of the smallest counties in the state, and they have 2 full-time staff members, and those 2 full-time staff members resigned on March the 8th. So they have been making do with the liaison from the Secretary of State's office, board members, and some other folks that have been going up there or into the office to do business as needed, answer emails, answer the phone, return messages, etc. So they hope to get back to normal as soon as possible. The board may well make hiring decisions tonight, or at least come closer to it. We will certainly be following that. All right, the fun stuff now.
Yay!
And we were all over this stuff this weekend. A lot of stuff. There are a lot of stuff we still couldn't get to, but we kind of have a handle on. We'll start with the royalty. Down in Oak Hill at the Liberty Theater Community Center, they had the Festival of Flags Queens contest, and they actually call it the Royalty Pageant. And here are the young ladies who were picked at the 4 different age divisions, 1 from each category. And there in the back, that is Michaela Lodwick. She is the new Miss Festival of Flags Queen. In other words, she's the oldest girl, the main queen, the main royalty. There on the left, right on front of her is Hannah Yeage. She is Miss Teen Festival of Flags. To her right is Junior Miss Festival of Flags. That is Bailey Antinero. And in front, the Little Miss Festival of Flags, who is new, is Savannah Maynard. So they did this contest on Saturday night. It was a little bit different than what they have done in past years. In past years, they've had their festival contest on Thursday, the day before the festival starts. They wanted to give the girls more time to, hey, you're the royalty, you can get your dresses and all like that. A little bit of time to come up and breathe and get ready to serve as the queen. So I thought that was a good idea. They had it at the Liberty Theater Community Center. They had a good crowd, but not everybody can come. It wasn't open to the general public as far as anybody just walking in because of the COVID-19 situation. Normally it's at the high school. Next year they hope to go back to the high school for their pageant. But I thought I was covering that. James Hamilton, our man James Hamilton, was down there too to do video work as well. But it was an outstanding pageant, I thought, because they had an organizer named Charles Crabtree who had done it each year so far, and he has just got too busy with what he's doing with school and all to do it this year. So the committee came together, kind of did it a little bit different way, at a different time, at a different place, and I thought it was extremely well organized. Joyce McClurg, who was Festival of Flags president, did a great job as the MC. Now, Mr. Hamilton was there, and because of that, we have a special presentation coming your way now and later. Now we're going to hear from the 4 girls who were chosen as the festival royalty. We did a little interview with them after about how they felt. Then later, immediately after our program ends, Main Street TV program ends, you can see the video of the entire contest. But now let's see the short clip, about 2 minutes, of how those girls responded to what they felt was one of the best things that ever happened to them, being named Festival of Flags royalty.
Hi, I'm Michaela Lodwick, and This is unreal to me. I have tried 5 times to win this pageant, so hearing my name was it's unreal.
This means a lot to me because I tried it last year and I didn't win, and this is my first time winning this year.
Hi, I'm Hannah Yeagle, and this means so much to me because I've always dreamed of this whenever I was a little girl.
Hi, I'm Bailey Antinero, and it's just so much to take in at one time because I have wanted this since I was in 2nd grade, and I've tried out every year that I could.
What I'm going to look forward to the most is having little girls come up to me and want to get pictures with me. I think that's just going to be amazing.
The most thing I look up for is to be on the court.
The thing I look forward to the most is hanging out with these beautiful group of girls. I so cannot wait.
The thing that I look forward to the most is getting to know these girls better and having the best time with them.
This is 100% the best thing that's ever happened to me.
It's the best thing it's happened to me because this is the first time I've ever won.
This is for sure the best thing that's ever happened to me.
This is the best thing that's happened to me because I get to be on it with a bunch of girls that I know and I like.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
They're excited, huh, Pete?
Well, they were. I tell you,
So cool.
You've covered these things before, but when you see their expressions and how much it means to them and their families, it is a lift. You can't help but get a little charge out of that yourself, even though it's not your little girl or your sister or anything like that. It's very nice. Now that video that you see there and the Entar Festival program video that you can see or that you'll hear afterwards here if you wish, they are posted on our Facebook pages for viewing anytime. Okay, also at the same time that they were doing this in Oak Hill, they were having the Queen's Scholarship Pageant at Vinton County High School for the 2021 Wild Turkey Festival. Of course, we had the 2019 royalty here on Friday. We heard from Bill Beckley and Chris Cram about the festival as well. But at their contest, and Red Thompson Jr. was up there, here are the 7 girls who are contesting for the Queen's or attendance positions this year. And they are from the left: Kylie Farrell, Lily J. John, Micah McFadden, Elizabeth Lambert, Courtney King, Lydia Nichols, and Lydia Leniger. One of those girls is going to be the 2021 Wild Turkey Festival Queen, and 2 other girls will be the first and then the second attendant. They will announce that on Saturday evening. That's the big day at the Wild Turkey Festival. Following the grand parade, about 7 p.m., they will announce who the queen is and who the attendants are and do the crowning. So at the scholarship pageant, it was a pageant just like any other. They just don't tell you who won yet. So that was last Saturday night. Stories about the royalty pageant at Oak Hill and the Queen's Scholarship Pageant in Vinton County, and plenty of pictures, will all be in our Saturday, or not our Saturday edition. I got to keep my day straight. The Wednesday edition of the Telegram, and of course we'll have some promotional stories about what's going on at the Wild Turkey Festival as well. They have done a great job lining up some entertainment and other things at short notice because, frankly, not all that long ago, they didn't know for sure they were going to be able to have the festival. All right, that was not all that happened this weekend. There was a lot going on, particularly in Wellston. The Wellston Rotary Club on Saturday, and Red Thompson Jr. was there to chronicle it and cover it for us. The Wellston Rotary Club was in charge of the community garden. This is the 3rd year they've done a community garden in Wellston. That is a big area where anybody can come and plant things. And it's kind of a community thing. It's right there across the street from Pride Park. And this was the opening of the community garden. People were allowed to come. But the big thing that they did that was a little different in conjunction with the community garden was they dedicated a peace pole. And this is kind of a Rotary Club thing. There you see the peace pole with a monument right below. Very nice. This was dedicated at 1 p.m. on Saturday. by members of the Wellston Rotary Club and some dignitaries at the district level from Rotary who were there. You saw the picture there just a second ago. That was Craig Klein, who is a district Rotary official. He's on the right, and he is accepting a proclamation from Mindy Barry Eisenagel, who works with us here on the radio station still some. She is now the administrative assistant for Wellston Mayor Charlie Hudson. She was standing in for Mayor Hudson to present a proclamation to Craig Klein there in honor of Wellston Community Garden Day and the Peace Pole dedication. But if you haven't, if you weren't there on Saturday and you haven't been by Pride Park, you want to take a look at that Peace Pole. It is kind of like a visible reminder about the need to treat people right on an international and national level and to promote peace. Also in Wellston, earlier that day, they had the opening day parade. This is a long time community tradition in Wellston, and that is what it's all about. A bunch of kids in the back of a pickup truck are walking along in their baseball, softball, or soccer outfits, excited about a new summer recreation season. And the procession started in downtown Wellston, and it went out to Broadway, turned right there on State Route 327, which is also Minnesota Avenue, and went out to their recreation complex where they have a number of ball fields. Of course, it's been upgraded lately, as you know, from grants that they received and work done by Make Wellston Beautiful. That is the community organization that handles the recreation programs in Wellston. But at the park, the ballparks, once they got there, they had a little dedication ceremony, and they introduced each and every kid by name that's going to be in the summer recreation program. I'm sure that they got a charge out of that. And they also had the ceremonial first pitch. They do that. That happens at the big leagues, right?
Yeah.
The man who got to do that this year, there he is throwing that first pitch. You can see the ball in the air. That is Mark Irvin. Mark is a veteran. They wanted to honor him for his military service, but also he and his family have been involved in the recreation program for many years. And of course, after the pomp and ceremony, it was play ball time. There was not everybody was maybe playing that day, but they had a lot of first games throughout that day. All right, still in Wellston, we turn the clock and it's evening. They were able to have the prom at Wellston High School. And here are some of the kids who were participating. Take a look at them. Do you think that they're having a good time or not there?
Looks like they're having fun.
They're having a good time. It looks like that they had a real good turnout. You can see that those kids have their masks on. There were restrictions. However, if you wanted to come to the prom, you know, you're a Wellston High School student and their guests, you were able to come. You had to dance with your own partner. You had to keep the mask on, except when you were going through the line in the Grand March, when, you know, you got your picture taken and had your name announced and all like that. They didn't have as big a crowd as usual through the Grand March. I mean, the people turn out, the moms, the grandmas, the public, to see the kids in their tuxedos and their prom dresses, their prom gowns. It was a ticketed event, and so only, you know, people with the close family could go. I think they did 2 tickets for each prom goer. So there was still quite a few people there, but not nearly what there would normally be. All right, in Wellston, they do a prom king and queen, and here they are. The second from the left, if you're looking at the picture, that is this year's prom queen, Hallie Martin, and she is right next to the king, Cordell Rubio. On the bookends, on the end, is attendant Emily Ross and attendant Jags Pfeiffer. So the prom king and queen and their attendants at Wellston, that's part of the day. After the prom, which was a 3-hour deal, all this, the prom and the Grand March was in the gymnasium at the high school. They went up the hill to the middle school, and that's where the parents gave them a after party with a 50s theme. So it sounded like it was a great night. Remember, you know, if you're a senior or a junior, especially if you're a senior, they lost so much last year. And this year, you know, as recently as, say, the end of March, they weren't sure exactly what they were going to be able to do. Karen Bach said, we're going to do a prom. We just don't know how we're going to do it. Well, it turned out to be not normal, but maybe closer to normal than we could have hoped for. All right. Another thing we want to tell you about, Jennifer, Janie Carl, who is on the National Day of Prayer Committee here in Jackson, she wanted me to get this word out as quickly as possible. The National Day of Prayer service, or program, as we'll call it, is at the Family Life Center in Jackson this year on Thursday. The National Day of Prayer Day is Thursday, May the 6th. It is all across the country, and there's local programs in many places. In Jackson, it's going to be at the Family Life Center. There is an ad hoc committee that plans that. It isn't any specific church. But what they hadn't announced, and they wanted me to get out, on TV, on the radio, in the paper, is that they're going to live stream that event. And that will serve two purposes. It will make it more convenient to see the program. You don't have to necessarily be there to see it. Because it's there, because it's being live streamed on the Christ United Methodist Church Facebook page, that means that there probably won't be as much attendance for an indoor event. That will allow them to be able to conduct it in a more safer way, practicing social distancing. But if you haven't been to a National Day of Prayer program in Jackson, it is a big deal. They have a lot of speakers. They have a lot of music. They have a lot of youth participation. There's also, in recent years, there's been a National Day of Prayer service or program in Wellston, and that is going to happen again, and that will be an outdoor event. It is scheduled for 7 p.m. in Pride Park at the flagpole. I don't think that one's going to be live streamed that I know of, at least not officially. All right. This weekend coming up, Saturday, May the 8th, there's going to be a lot going on then too. One of the things we're going to tell you about, this will benefit the football program. And remember, they weren't able, not everybody could go to football games the past year. It was limited attendance. They had limited concessions and all like that. They didn't make the money to support these sports programs the way they normally do. So the Oak Hill football program is having what they're calling an Oak Hill Pigskin Scramble, a golfing event, next Saturday, May the 8th at the Franklin Valley Golf Course. All proceeds will go to the Oak Hill football program. This is a 4-person team scramble event. $240 per team will get you at the course. There will also be sponsorships that you can buy if you're interested in supporting the program. They cost $100 each. The winning team, the winning 4-man or 4-person team, will win a cash prize. There will also be door prizes, a skins game, T-shirts, mulligans you can buy. Food will be provided. Registration will begin at 8:30 a.m., followed by a shotgun start at 9 a.m. You can register ahead of time by calling Drew Cannon. He is in charge. That number is 740-418-3747. Once again, Drew Cannon to register for the Oak Hill Pigskin Scramble, 740-418-3747. You register at 8:30, and it all starts at 9. On the sports side, Jennifer, the Jackson Ironmen keep winning. They defeated Chillicothe 5-2 on Friday. They are now 15-2 overall, 8-1 in the Frontier Athletic Conference. They have one conference game left, which is Wednesday at Greenfield McLean. If they win that game, they are guaranteed a share of the conference title. They are currently tied with Miami Trace, who also has one loss. And so if both of those teams win their final game, it will be a tie for the championship. We say that because that's a great accomplishment, but also because we've been covering the home games all year here on the radio on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. Other scores from the weekend: Hillsborough defeated Vinton County in baseball 2-1. That was on Saturday. Of course, Jackson over Chillicothe in baseball on Friday 5-2. And then in softball, this was neat. The Jackson girls softball team defeated Chillicothe 9-8, and they did it on a walk-off 3-run home run by Maddie Baxter in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Nice.
They were I don't know how many outs there were when she hit it, but they were 1 inning away from losing 8-6, and she hits a 3-run homer.
Way to go, girl.
Right, and we have a picture of her going across the base and getting mobbed by her teammates on her Facebook page. I'm pretty sure that will show up in the paper on Wednesday as well.
I'd say so.
But also the other score, the Vinton County girls softball team defeated Nelsonville 11-1. The Jackson baseball team, in case you're wondering about programming, they play 3 games this week, 4 if you count the one on Saturday, and they're all on the road. So we won't be back with Jackson Ironman baseball to cover the home games until next week. So there you are, Jennifer. Was that enough?
That was enough, Pete. Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. And tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more, set the table on the election, and then we'll talk about other news as well.
All right. Thanks, Pete. Much appreciated. Of course, Pete's Morning News Update brought to you by Nia Henry, agent for Appalachia Realty. If you are looking to buy or sell, give Nia a call, 740-418-4135, and she'll be out working hard for you. All right, let's head on over to your Zip Printing weather forecast, where you can get those graduation signs, banners, shirts, all of the above, senior shirts, foil imprinted napkins with your school logo, all of those great things, all by visiting yourtotalmedia.shop, or, well, you can stop by here at the radio building and check it out, or you can go to zipprinting.carlsoncraft.com to check out the printed stuff like graduation announcements and much more. All right, as I said earlier, lots and lots of rain in the forecast over the next several days. Today, highs around 75 degrees. That chance of rain today is at about 80%, about a 60% chance of rain overnight tonight with lows around 61. Then tomorrow on Tuesday, 90% chance of showers and or thunderstorms, highs around 79 degrees, and that rain continues on through Wednesday. Little cooler temperatures as the week rolls around, so we'll just have to keep our eye on it and see what's going on. Hopefully not enough rain to promote any flooding or anything like that, but as soon as those temperatures pop back up and the sun comes out, you're going to have to be mowing your grass about 3 times a day. But 'tis the season. All right, our good friend Phil is in the house. What up, buddy?
Hello. How are you guys?
Good. You sound croaky today. Why are there 2 of you?
I don't know.
That's like magic. If only we could do that in real life, right?
I don't think anybody needs 2 of me.
Well, sure we do.
I think Pete probably wishes he
Yeah,
could make
probably.
2 or 3
I'd
of
say
him.
5 or 6 Pete's would be fantastic. Poor guy. You sound a little stuffy today. You all right?
These sinuses drive me crazy.
Allergies?
I haven't been able to breathe since February. So,
Again, 'tis the season.
yeah.
Yeah, Jamie and I went over to Cincinnati, and we were outside a lot over the weekend, and it's just the eyes and the nose. It's just like the pollens just follow you around, and
I spent most of the weekend outside, so
Yep.
I'm paying for it now.
that'll do it to you. Lots of saline nose spray.
Yeah.
That's the best part. So what do you know, man? What's going on?
I mean, there's a whole lot going on right now. This morning, they're doing jury views for the murder trial that's about to start this week for Lonnie Sheets.
Oh, that's this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll most likely be today, and I think they have part of tomorrow at least set aside for the jury selection and viewing and all that. And then they'll probably start with opening arguments later this week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. So yeah, that's probably the biggest thing going on right now. Then we have a Wellston Council meeting for this Thursday. I imagine that they will have the first reading at least of the ordinance to increase their water and sewer rates. They'll probably go ahead and do the 3 readings to allow people to come in and talk and express their concerns. The ongoing saga with the electric fence continues.
I was going to ask you if the electric fence saga is continuing on.
From what I've heard, they did have a committee meeting last week. I think it was last Thursday night. And from what I was told, they had the attorneys come in for the Spragues. So I'm not really sure where that's going to go. But like we had talked about before, not everyone's going to be happy with the outcome. I don't want to speculate as to what might happen, but I have heard some things. So
The great fence debacle of 2021.
The thing of it is, I mean, even though they were there before the city, technically, depending on which way they go with this, I mean, it'll have to be that way across the board for everyone. So if you say it's okay to have an electric fence and 50 head of cattle in town, then everyone can.
Well, and you're right. And this is such a gray subject that somebody's just going to have to make a decision, and somebody's going to be really unhappy with that decision.
Yeah.
And you're right, and I am glad that neither one of us has to make it.
I just have to pay attention to what they say and write it down. That's all.
Yeah. But no, you are setting a precedent for the rest of everybody else. So, yeah, it does make it a little even more extreme to make that decision.
And a little further down the road on Broadway, they're about to have the big Kelly Lambert Park fundraiser on the 8th. And that involves Rowdy's Smokehouse.
That's right.
And Matt
you eat your
Waldron.
tater pounder.
Yeah. That sounds like it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
They really that really just kind of sprung up with Matt Waldron, local realtor here in town, and Rowdy's. After it was announced through the city of Wellston that they were seeking grants to replace the playground equipment there and just do an overhaul, much needed overhaul.
Yes.
Put in a real fence. Probably not an electric fence, but
probably not.
Yeah. So that's going to be going on pretty much all day.
Every kid goes and plays there once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Till they touch the fence.
Yeah.
No, you're exactly right. And as we were in Cincinnati, I was telling you over the weekend, yesterday we drove by a really cool city park there in Mason, which is where Kings Island is, or around that area. And I was just looking at all of because we got lost. We went down a wrong road, so we had to turn around. So we drove by this park twice, and there was a big dog park in it. And then there were just all of these kids playing on all this cool equipment. I'm like, wait, we didn't have that cool stuff, like things spinning around. It looked like the Apple Festival.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is so cool. There's such neat stuff now that they have.
Yeah. I'm really hopeful that they can turn that into something much nicer for the kids in town in Wellston.
No rust or shards of anything sticking out, or I
mean, it's been in that shape for quite a while, so it's time. And it's nice to see people from Jackson step up and help people in Wellston.
Absolutely.
And aside from what they have set for the day, they have a TikTok dance contest, I think, with the cheerleaders. They have the tater pounder eating contest. I also think later on that evening, they're going to have Bart Wiseman play. I'm not sure who else. Maybe Bird, too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe all the Southern Ohio royalty.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I think one of you has to do the TikTok contest and one of you has to do the tater eating contest.
I'm probably the
and
tater
you can
guy.
decide which one's which.
I could put a tater down. I imagine you could dance better than I could.
I don't know. Maybe we'll flip a coin on that.
Well, you were involved in that one they did this time last year, weren't you?
I was,
well,
yes.
There you go. You at least have the experience on me, so you win.
I will say that, yeah. I mean, as ugly as it was, I did participate. I tell you, I nominate Caitlin Hale to come back and represent.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was the one that got all that started downstairs last year, so.
She's our little cheerleader at heart, peppy, sweet girl, and we will drag her out of the auditor's office to come back and represent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a plan. I'll help you eat the potato, though.
I don't know if I'd even need any help. I'm getting pretty expanded down here. I might be able to eat too. I don't know.
I wonder what that is. Is it like who eats it the fastest or who can eat the most? Or I wonder how they're doing that.
I don't know. It doesn't look like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it would be comfortable for anyone to eat that, especially quickly, because it looks massive.
What's it called again?
The tater pounder, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a 1 pound potato. It's
covered
a
in cheese and bacon.
Yeah, bacon and all kind of stuff that's delicious and bad for you, but so good. All at the same time. Yeah, if you go to Rowdy's, I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Yeah. But that's coming up on Saturday. That's,
okay.
At the park.
Yeah, and that's just a good, number one, it's going to be a fun time.
Yep.
And it's for a great cause, raising money for the Kelly Landrum Memorial Park there, where they are looking to upgrade that playground equipment that's been there since, 1905 or something to that effect.
Those slides look pretty old.
Yeah. needs to be a little bit more user-friendly and safe for the kids.
Mhm.
And not that it's not safe, but boy, it would be nice to have some upgraded stuff.
It really would.
Yeah, new fencing, make it safer for them just all around.
Yep. I think it's only $20 to get in on that tater pounder. So.
Ooh.
And any money raised, of course, goes towards the park and its improvements.
I like it.
I see James over there is looking for the tater pounder.
He's feverishly looking for the tater pounder.
Give me just a second.
He's looking. He's looking. So you want to hear about the most unlucky person of the day?
I do.
Or I don't even know. What would you do in this case? Oh, did you find it? There it is.
Oh, look at that. Yes.
Tater pounder challenge.
See, I would just have no problem eating that, I don't think.
I could put that down. I know I could.
I mean, just like motorboat it.
Yeah.
Just let it go. I mean, you can't do that and it can't be pretty.
No.
It's just going to be just a mess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it would be fun
Yep.
to try. I would die trying. All right. So in the unlucky category of the day, it was a lady. It was her birthday, and her mom wasn't able to attend her birthday party, so she sent her a present in a box. And so this girl, Nikki Walker, she's a 37-year-old mother of two. Well, she excitedly, as a child, like a little kid, opened this birthday present from her mom, and they were outside of her house on the patio outside. Well, the mom had wrapped up a helium balloon with $120 tied to it.
I know where this is going.
So, lady unwraps helium balloon, and literally it took off. And she's trying to grab it, and I guess there's videos and stuff, which I have not seen. She missed it by a few inches.
Oh, man.
And they said the video is really funny. It floated up into the sky. The family can be heard laughing and shouting in complete shock as she puts her hand to her mouth. In horror, it had $120 tied to it. And she said, it all just happened in a split second. I didn't even have a chance to react. Oh, there she is, yes. Everyone was in total shock, adding that it didn't even occur to her that the cash would be on the balloon. She said, I felt really stupid at first. Who would open a helium balloon outside on a windy day?
I kind of wondered why they allowed her to open it outside, knowing that it wasn't tethered down to anything.
Well, it's just a really bad idea.
Yeah, all around.
That was just a bad idea all around. Like, come on, Mom.
Yeah. At least if you're going to do that, be like, oh, maybe open that inside.
Yeah,
Or-
like somebody needed to get the heads up that was going to take off on her.
Tie a rock to it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, like, seriously. She has yet to retrieve her money and has no idea where it landed after it took off from her patio.
Can you
on
imagine
Friday.
being the person that did find that?
Yeah.
Well, I know. So I'm wondering if, since that's a national news story now, like, do you think someone will find it and give it back? If I found it, I would give it back.
Oh, yeah.
I would seek her out and give it back.
Hopefully next time they just hand her some money.
I mean,
I kind of feel like they did this on purpose.
I know. Like, come on, Mom. Like, the cute thought was there, but, like, you're right. Tie a rock to it, or at least give, Uncle Ned, like, a heads up that the thing's going to take off. That way she doesn't open it outside.
Yeah,
Shoot
yeah.
it with the BB gun when it starts to fly away.
I like it. Yeah. So I'm sure that balloon is somewhere in someone's yard somewhere with the money probably not attached to it anymore.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed.
But, I get, like, releasing balloons and stuff, which they didn't mean to release that balloon.
Yeah.
I get that. But, so, a few years ago, so we have horses. A few years ago, my father-in-law is out mowing the horse field, and he comes across, and I'm thinking how badly this could have ended. He comes across this balloon that had busted or burst, and it had, like, a thing attached to it, and it was, like, attached to that curly string that you tie balloons to.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was from a school in somewhere, like Cincinnati or somewhere. And it was like, had this face attached to it. It was like, this is Trudy. If you find Trudy, take a picture of it and send it to, hashtag blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if one of my horses had gotten a hold of that string, I mean, they'd be dead.
Yeah.
So I'm just, or swallowed the balloon, they'd be dead. It kind of made me mad. So I just didn't do anything because probably had I hashtagged, it would have been like, hashtag y'all are idiots.
Yeah, stop littering.
Stop, yeah. Like, you're trying to kill my varmints here.
You could just send a fine, hashtag see you in Jackson County Court.
Right?
Yeah, you owe me $500.
A lawsuit.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be that mean. But I was thinking that's probably, somebody needs to have a conversation with somebody on the fact that that's not like the smartest thing to teach little kids to release balloons into the air and have them end up where horses can eat them. But anyway, that's just me.
Speaking of the helium balloons,
yes.
I recently saw the sulfur hexafluoride gas that makes your voice super deep. I didn't even know that it existed.
Wait, what? So the opposite of helium?
Yeah. So where helium will make your voice super high, there's a gas called sulfur hexafluoride, and if you breathe it in, it makes it so deep it's ridiculous. Like, yeah, it's incredible. I watched a video of it with Parker over the weekend, and I mean, it was new to me too. So yeah, I had no idea that existed. But they had it in. They didn't have it in a balloon. They had it in.
What is it for?
I don't know what its real purpose is, but they had all these people lined up in front of like a trough, and they filled the trough with the gas, and then they just had them like lean in and breathe it in.
That sounds very not COVID safe.
Well, I think it was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty neat. I don't know if you could like easily get your hands on any of this stuff, but they seem to be sparing with how much they breathed in, so I don't know how safe it is either.
Probably not.
Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I had no idea such a thing existed.
I didn't either. And you wonder, like, I mean, we've all done the helium thing, right? Which is absolutely hysterical. And I don't care how old you are. It's funny.
Yeah,
it's always funny.
It is.
But yeah, that would be cool. Imagine if you like went on American Idol and you're like, like Johnny Cash. That'd be awesome. But wonder how long it lasts.
It seemed to last like just about as long as helium would. So if you get a good breath, it'll last probably 10 or 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Then it slowly comes back to normal. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But they had like a guy with an already deep voice. And when he breathed, you could barely understand what he said. Like, it was so deep. It just sounded like noises. It just sounded like monster noises.
That is awesome.
Like a demon. Like what you would imagine a demon would sound like. Why do we not have
this in our life? Okay, somebody find this stuff and bring it in here. We're going to try it.
We'll have to get one of the science teachers at the high school or something to bring it to us.
Yeah.
Maybe they could get their hands on it.
I wonder what the point of it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, I've got one for you. James, you have the picture? Mm-hmm. Would you or would you not walk across this?
Oh, my.
That is a pedestrian bridge that just opened. It is the world's largest pedestrian bridge, suspension bridge. It is called 516 Arouca. It is in Portugal. And it is 1,693 feet across.
Wow.
It is a see-through metal grid pathway that wobbles with every step. It traverses the fast-moving River Paiva, suspended 574 feet above the water.
Wow. Of course it has to be see-through.
Of course it does.
I probably would try it. Now, the ones that I've seen that have the glass floor, no way. I'm a little too hefty for anything that could shatter under my feet. But the metal makes me feel confident enough to walk on it, I think. I would be nervous.
That's a mind over matter thing. Like, you've got to get outside your head on that one because I just don't know if I could take those steps. So a guy, Hugo Xavier, 42, said he gathered the courage to be one of the first to walk across the bridge. He said, I was a little afraid, but it was worth it. It was extraordinary, a unique experience, an adrenaline rush. It's a $2.8 million bridge. It took 2 years to build, and they hope that it will attract visitors to the region that's economically depressed. It's a breath of fresh air for our land because it will attract more investment and more people. It will open to tourists today.
Wow.
I have a question. Do you have to come back?
That's a yeah.
Someone
good
picks
point.
you up on the other side and drives you back around.
I mean, I would be A-okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, can you imagine if you made it across one way and you're like, I'm not,
yeah.
I can't. No. Somebody needs to come get me.
I have to send a helicopter for you.
Yeah.
All right, we've got some more info on Phil's gas.
Oh,
by,
okay.
And by Phil's gas, I don't mean Phil's gas.
Sorry, guys, I got
The
gas.
stuff you breathe in. Wait.
So I'm not going to try to say the name of it, but it is extremely potent and persistent greenhouse gas that is primarily utilized as an electrical insulator for arc suppressant. It is colorless, odorless, non-flammable, and non-toxic.
There you go.
Unlike Phil's other gas.
Yeah.
This is why he's sitting across the room.
Yeah, that's why they make me sit over here.
Well, I feel like we need to get our hands on this and try it.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I would love to.
And while we're at it, we'll do some whippets. Just kidding. JK.
We need to get the helium and the sulfahexafluoride and see. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. I don't know how expensive it is. I mean, I know helium's not expensive, but
No.
the name of the other one makes it sound kind of pricey.
It sounds real fancy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could do that and then climb across the bridge. Yeah.
Tune in next time on Main Street TV to see.
What kind of drugs are they going to talk about tomorrow? James, would you walk across the bridge and would you suck in the gas?
I would walk across the bridge. I would not suck in the gas.
Oh man.
Okay. I think I'd be the opposite.
Yeah, I'll go for the gas, but
Give me the gas, no bridge.
my legs tend to kind of not work so well when I'm on an extreme height.
Yeah.
My knees start to knock.
I know. I agree with you. You know, it's funny, like fears, you don't realize that you're afraid of something until you're put into that position. I think I've told this story like a million times here on the program, but when I was in college, I was part of the video production crew for our our TV station there. And they sent me out to go rappelling with the Boy Scouts. I'm like, cool. Rappel with the Boy Scouts. I got to the top of that cliff. And they hung me over the side of that cliff, and I literally, like, passed out, lost my mind. Like, just, like, froze. Luckily, they knew what they were doing and got me down, but I didn't know. I had no idea I was afraid of heights like that.
Yeah, I didn't either. And then I had to go up on, I think it was like a smokestack somewhere at one of the old jobs I had, and they had to put me up in a lift.
Uh-huh.
And it was so high up that when the wind blew, it would move.
Uh-huh.
The stack. And yeah, that shut my whole body down.
Yeah. It's
I
like,
had to do it though. I didn't have a choice. So
yeah, but it's like this, that and I encountered a snake in my yard, and it was the only other time I've frozen in my life. And I understand now what people, like, frozen with fear. There it is, like, I remember thinking my brain was working, but I couldn't move.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I was like, what's wrong with me? What an idiot.
I don't think you're an idiot for being afraid. That's what keeps you alive.
I guess that is kind of part of, yeah.
Most
supposed to be
fears you
afraid.
have are just simply to keep you alive.
Yeah. Well, and then my dumb butt got up onto that thing at Kings Island, that drop zone thing.
Yeah.
And I cried the entire time. And I thought, okay, that's the end of that. No more heights for me. Now, a roller coaster I'm fine with because you're moving.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't bother me. It's the being stuck up there
Mm-hmm.
thing. Yeah.
And they don't tell you when you're going to drop either. It just kind of happens.
What they do on that drop zone, they get you up there and then they start spinning you around and you're
Yeah.
just hanging there and you're just like, I can't.
I think what scared me the most about that one was I didn't realize it was going to go back up. So it went down and came
And then
back
it
up.
yeah.
And I thought like something went wrong and that we were just going to crash into the shoot up off to the top or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would die before we ever hit the ground, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The heart would
Yeah,
just
that
pop.
would be it. That happened to a kid in New Jersey. It
Really? Came off that thing?
Mhm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, several years ago, they got to the top and it dropped and he didn't come down with it. Yeah.
Wow. He just came out.
Harness broke, yeah.
Wow. That's awful.
Yep. If you're familiar with Columbus, excitement yesterday about 6:45. If you go to the North Market or spend any time downtown, you're probably familiar with the Park Street Cantina, which is known for, shall we say, folks getting a little wild and crazy. They have a barber chair where they make you do shots and spin you around, and that
sounds
crazy.
terrible.
Anyway, someone walked in yesterday about 6:45 and shot it up.
What?
Shot several people. 3 people were shot. They do believe they'll all survive. Numerous people were hit by shards of glass from the windows and whatever, and they did not catch the gunman. The gunman is still on the loose. They don't know who it is. None of the witnesses can identify the person, and that is weird.
That is.
And there's the Park Street Cantina. It's right behind the North Market on Park Street. If you are familiar with the North Market, it would be to the, I guess, west behind the North Market. So, yeah, kind of weird.
Very.
You just don't hear about stuff like that,
No.
like in Columbus. Like, it's a big city, but you just don't hear about. You hear of shootings, but you don't hear about it like someone walks into a bar and shoots it up.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often.
Definitely does not happen. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. They're checking out I'm sure North Market, I'm sure Park Street. There's another bar, as you can see there to the right. And then there's, what's that place called? Another bar across the street, over to the right. A few of them that I would assume have surveillance. So they'll probably be able to identify this individual. It's just going to take them a while to sort through the tapes, because they said there were so many people in there and nobody can describe the assailant.
I bet not, because just as soon as you hear that first gunshot,
you're just running for cover, man.
Yeah.
And you're
not
just
trying to take down notes what kind of shoes he had on.
Correct. Or even what that person, like they probably did not even see the individual. And that's so scary. I mean, you would be messed up for life if that happened to you. And, we've heard of so many school shootings and all of these things, but it's like, if that actually happened to you, I just don't know that you'd ever feel comfortable going out in public again.
I definitely wouldn't want to go to a crowded bar again.
No. And it's
that'd be awful.
I don't know. You just find yourself, you would just find yourself just looking over your shoulder constantly, and that's no way to live. And that's really sad. And I don't know, again, they don't know, is this an isolated case? Was this person after somebody? Were they just sick and twisted? Like, they don't know. So luckily, no deaths.
That's good.
That they think. So
very good.
Yep. Very, very good. All righty. Well, let's thank some of our friends that make this show possible. Did want to thank our good friend Mark Carmen and the gang there at Carmen's Used Cars and Trucks. I have a story, and be thinking about this. What car color do you think depreciates the least? We'll tell you that tomorrow. Be thinking about it. It was surprising to me what it was. But if you're looking for any kind of vehicle, please give Mark Carmen a call. Stop out and see them on the lot. Visit their website at carmensusedcars.com. They'll take great care of you. Also, don't forget our friends at the filling station, the Store Broadway and Penn and Wellston. Quick stop right here in Jackson. Have to head down there right now as we speak because my gas light is on. Shocker. Jennifer doesn't get gas till her gas light reminds her that she needs it. So I will be heading down. And Phil, do you know why Jennifer goes to the filling station?
Why?
To fill up on gasoline? Because it's downhill from here.
Oh, you can coast. Just in case you run out.
Because I can coast right on in whenever my car quits.
That's good thinking. I'm right there with you. I usually get it down to about 10 miles to E, and yeah.
You're like, darn it,
Yeah,
man.
I have to now.
So yes, filling station is downhill from the radio building. Remember that if you are in need of gas. Always go somewhere downhill. So, all right. Have a great day, everybody. We appreciate you so much for tuning in. Thanks to James, and thanks to Pete Wilson, of course, for the morning news update. And thank you, Phil, for spending the morning with us. We always have a lot of fun. And I think now we are headed out to Oak Hill to the Festival of Flags Queen Pageant. So let's head on over there, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Enjoy.
Good evening. Welcome to our annual Festival of Flags Queens Pageant. This year's pageant looks a bit different from years in the past due to COVID-19 restrictions. We're grateful for the opportunity to be having the pageant at all. Right now, I'd like to introduce to you two members of our committee who've worked long and hard to make this happen. Right down here in front is Jennifer Hughes. She's operating our Facebook Live feed. Let's give Jennifer a hand. All these young ladies in line is Miss Felicia Walls. Thank you, Felicia. I also want to take just a minute to thank Greg Potter, Madison Township trustee, who has sponsored our Festival of Flags pageant this evening. So thank you very much to Greg Potter. Our judges have spent the afternoon meeting with and interviewing our contestants. And I'd like to introduce our judges to you at this time. Judge number 1 is Cindy Sexton. Cindy has had the pleasure of combining her passion with her profession. She's been in the beauty industry for over 40 years and is the owner of Main Design Salon and Spa in Gallipolis. Acquiring a PhD in hair cutting and a master's in hair coloring, she is the only international and American board certified hair color specialist in our area. She's been a performing artist and educator for Paul Mitchell, Redken, and Global Keratin, traveling across the United States, sharing her knowledge with other salon professionals. In her community, she's the chairman of the board of the French Art Colony, a member of the Historical Society, a member of the Chamber of Commerce, and a member of the Gallipolis River Recreational Festival Pageants Committee. She's a strong believer in giving back to her community. Judging numerous pageants in the tri-state area, she has supported and attended Miss Ohio and Miss USA pageants for several years. In her free time, she enjoys riding motorcycles and playing Texas Hold'em. She's a member of the Fellowship of Faith Church. She and her husband have 2 daughters and 1 granddaughter, and they reside in Bidwell, Ohio. Welcome, Cindy. Our second judge is Jamie Pratt. Jamie also comes to us from the Gallipolis River Recreational Festival, where she has been the chair of the pageants for the last 22 years. I think that deserves a round of applause in itself. She has attended numerous Ohio and West Virginia festivals as a pageant judge. She's also watched several of her past contestants vie for Miss Ohio and Miss Ohio Teen. Jamie holds a master's degree in education, a bachelor's degree in sport and exercise science. She is a licensed nursing home administrator, and by trade, she is a registered and licensed dietitian in Ohio and West Virginia. She currently is employed as a consultant in long-term care facilities throughout Ohio and West Virginia. And in her spare time, she enjoys spending time with her family, and she loves interacting with her many dogs and cats. Welcome, Jamie. Our third judge is Linda Hall. Linda is an active community member from Gallipolis, Ohio. She loves helping and serving others. Linda is a dedicated member of the Cheshire Baptist Church, where she serves on several committees, including the local food bank, which operates each month in Cheshire. Linda is also a board member of the French Art Colony and Performing Arts in Gallipolis, and she volunteers her time at Holzer Medical and for the Inspire Girls Leadership, Lancaster, Ohio. Linda has attended several beauty pageants, including the Miss America pageant in Atlantic City, and has judged various local competitions in the past. She is a proud grandmother of 4, whose passions include travel, hiking, exercising, home decorating, and entertaining. Welcome to Linda. All the way at the back of the theater, you'll find our numbers girl, our tabulator, Anita Swan. And thank you, Anita, and thank you, judges, for giving up your time to spend with us the evening. We appreciate it very much. And now I'd like to introduce our 2019 royalty, who will be assisting us with various tours up here on the stage tonight. First up is our 2019 Little Miss, Lola Kazan. Alexander Johnson. Thank you, Alex. Our 2019 first attendant, Desiree Shard. To meet them as well. Contestant number 1, Cameron Alexia Halen McKay. Contestant number 3, Savannah Jade Maynard. Thank you, Savannah. Number 4, Madison Ray Denny. Natalie Renee Krenitz. Bella Arrington. Thank you, Kiara. Contestant number 7, Jersey Nicole Dean. Contestant number 9, Emma Rose Miller. Thank you, Emma. Riley Gabrielle Harper. Thank you, Riley. Allison McCain. Thank you, Mary. Number 12, Lydia Don Strickland. Thank you, Lydia. Number 13, Seema Lynn Longwick. Contestant number 14, Aliyah Grace Ewing. Contestant number 15, Bailey Paige Antinero. meet each age group individually. We'll start with contestant number 1, Cameron Alexia Halen McKay. Cameron is the 18-year-old daughter of Aaron and Tammy McKay. Cameron is a senior at Oak Hill High School, where she is a member of the Student Council, Vice President of the FFA chapter. She's in National Honor Society, where she serves as the service chairperson. She's also on the varsity basketball and softball teams and serves as the athletic trainers student aide. Cameron will be attending The Ohio State University this fall, beginning her studies in pre-optometry. Her hobbies include riding the HUV, hanging out with family and friends, and going to Michael's Ice Cream for a bubble. Thank you, Cameron. Contestant number 5, Natalie Renee Krenitz. Natalie is a 17-year-old daughter of Kelly and Josh Butler and the late Chris Krenitz. She's a senior at Oak Hill High School and is currently attending Buckeye Hills Career Center, where she is studying cosmetology. Natalie enjoys attending the Oak Hill Church of the Nazarene, being in 4-H, on the Livestock Committee, Youth Representative, the Junior Fair Board, Drug Free America, and Skills USA. In her free time, she enjoys spending time with family and friends, showing cattle, and working on her uncle's dairy farm. Thank you, Natalie. Contestant number 7, Jersey Nicole Dean. Jersey is the 14-year-old daughter of Gary and Brittany Dean. She's an 8th grader at the Oak Hill Middle School, where she maintains an outstanding 4.0 grade average. Her hobbies and interests include taking pride in her schoolwork, being on the all-star competition cheer team, hanging out with family and friends, art, basketball, fishing, shopping, and baking. She's been active in 4-H for 5 years, taking a dairy market feeder to the fair. In 2019, she won Jackson County overall showmanship. Jersey also loves to learn new things about history. Thank you, Jersey. Contestant number 8, Hannah Marie Yeage. Hannah is a 15-year-old daughter of Christina and Anthony Yeage. She is a sophomore at Oak Hill High School. In her free time, she loves to spend time with her family and friends, playing with her dog Riley, doing volunteer work, and she twirls batons for the Eclipse Baton Corps. Her hobbies include reading, bowling, travel, decorating, and doing hair and makeup. She plans to attend the cosmetology program at Buckeye Hills Career Center for the 2021-22 school year, and then on to Marshall University to study veterinary science. Thank you, Hannah. Michaela Lynn Ludwig, contestant number 13. Michaela is the 18-year-old daughter of Bridget Ludwig. She's a 2020 graduate of Oak Hill High School. While in school, Michaela was a member of the concert choir, drama club, show choir, marching, symphonic, jazz, and pep bands. She was also in the Scioto County Honors Choir her freshman through senior years. Michaela was inducted into the Tri-M Music Honor Society and elected president of the choir council during her senior year. Her hobbies include singing, dancing, acting, cooking, and going on adventures to new places. She currently works at the Child Development Center in Jackson and plans to attend the University of Rio Grande for integrated language arts to become a middle and high school language arts teacher. Thank you, Michaela. So now let's get to know a little bit about each of these girls. Tamara, contestant number 1, would you please take the stage? It's okay, Lola. Thank you. you, Lola. Okay, Tamara, as aide to the athletic trainer, what are your responsibilities?
As the athletic trainer's student aide, I attend all practices and games of our football team and other athletic sporting events, and I assist the trainer in packing ice bags, preparing our equipment to go on the road or take it out to the field ready if there's an emergency needed, for us to assist in wound care or anything that the trainer would need in an emergency situation, even if it involves me running to get the squad in a extreme emergency. But most of the time, I just pack ice bags for our athletes and care for their wounds the best I can, and I enjoy doing it.
And I'm sure you're very much appreciated. Thanks for doing that. Now tell me about your service in the National Honor Society. You're the service chairperson. Tell me what that's all about.
Yes, the service chairperson is the one who helps make the decisions on our community service events. So this year, our events included painting the local sports shop, hosting a canned food drive, which raised over 3,000 cans, which was a school record for Oak Hill, and it goes to help the needy in Oak Hill. And we picked up trash throughout our community on all the local streets throughout Oak Hill.
Oh, that's great. That is great. So now we have the fishbowl question. So Miss Maddie will bring me the fishbowl. You pull out a question and read it and answer it.
What is your least favorite chore? My least favorite chore is doing the dishes. I do not like doing the dishes because I'm a member of 7 in my family, 8 if you include my brother's girlfriend. So there are tons of dishes to do throughout my house, and it can get a little messy. So that is why that is my least favorite chore.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank
Cameron.
you.
Contestant number 5, Natalie Renee Krenitz. How are you doing then, Natalie?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm super. Tell me about, you are take part in Skills USA. Tell us about what is involved in that.
Skills USA is a part of the trade school that I go to, and it's where we compete in competition throughout the state, and we go and provide and show off the skills that we've learned throughout the year.
That's great. And you've been in 4-H for quite some time, I understand. Tell us how long, and what do you feel that has been the best achievement that you've had in 4-H?
I've been in 4-H for 9 years, and the best achievement I've ever gotten was my first year. I took my homegrown dairy feeders off of our dairy farm, and I got 3rd overall and top county bred. It took a lot of work, and I was just proud of myself.
Well, that's great. Congratulations to you for that. Okay, now for your fishbowl question. Notice we use a real fishbowl.
What is your favorite movie and why? My favorite movie would probably be the new SpongeBob movie that just came out, because who wouldn't want to live in a pineapple, for one? For 2, I love SpongeBob, and it makes me laugh.
That's great. Thank you so much, Natalie.
Thank you.
Now, number 7, Miss Jersey Nicole. Jersey, you really enjoy history and learning new things, and we talked a little bit about Alexander Hamilton a couple of nights ago, right?
Yes, we
And
did.
so tell me, what's your favorite recent thing you've learned about our history?
My favorite recently learned thing about history probably has to be the American Revolution. It is one of my favorite wars, personally, and I just really enjoy learning about what happened during that certain time period.
Mm-hmm. That's good. And when you won overall showmanship at the fair, what were the criteria for that award? What did you do to earn that award?
what I did to earn the award is I researched and studied everything to know about my cow. I remembered to smile and stare at the judge the entire time. And honestly, it's just, be yourself, have fun.
Good. Just like tonight, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, Jersey. Fishbowl. Oh, fishbowl. I forgot the fishbowl. The dreaded fishbowl.
I was ready.
If you have a pet, tell us about it. And if you don't have a pet, what kind of pet would you like to have? I have a golden doodle at home, and her name is Gypsy. And she is loved by my mother more than me. Honestly. But she's honestly the best dog ever. I love her so much. I have taught her multiple different tricks, and she's just one of my favorite pets.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Contestant number 8, Hannah Marie Yeagle. Now we know you have a pet because you talked about your pet on your application. So tell us about your dog, Riley.
My dog Riley is a little rat terrier chihuahua mix. She's really hyper, but she's just the sweetest little thing. I can just cuddle her all day and she just let me just lay there. She loves to play though.
She likes attention, I'll bet.
Yes.
Tell me, you do volunteer work. Tell us for whom you volunteer and what kind of work do you do?
I volunteer for Red Door Residential sometimes. It's helping with people with disabilities. Last summer, I actually worked with a girl that was disabled, and it was really nice to be around them. Like, she was just so sweet. I loved her.
Well, good. Well, we appreciate your volunteer work. Now you get to fishbowl.
What is your favorite restaurant and what do you order there? My favorite restaurant has got to be Taco Bell because I'm just obsessed with tacos. And I usually get a hard taco with chicken in it.
Okay, well that sounds good to me. Thank you, Hannah. And contestant number 13, Michaela Lynn Lodwick. Michaela, you like to cook.
Yes, I do.
What is your favorite thing to cook?
Well, I actually worked for Baby Cakes Bakery for about 6 months, and we really all the time bake baby cakes, and it's where you take a cupcake and you put icing in the middle, and I actually got to bake those all the time, so they were always my favorites.
Well, what's your favorite flavor baby cake?
Definitely vanilla. I'm not a chocolate fan, so.
Well, that's a lot of hands. So we get along really well. You can have the vanilla and I'll have the chocolate.
Yep.
Okay, tell us the furthest place you've traveled from your home and what kind of an adventure did you have and what did you see?
The furthest place I've traveled from home was actually Disney. I went with the band and choir, and I got to see the ocean there, and it was the first time I ever got to see the ocean. So when I looked out the bus window and I seen that ocean, my face just lit up, and all my friends were like, "Kayla, it's the ocean!" And I was like, "I know, I see it."
Well, those are always fun and exciting trips.
Yes.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Michaela.
Joyce now.
Oh, fishbowl. That's fishbowl.
It says, "What's your favorite time of year?" My favorite time of year is summer. When I was in high school, I got summers off, but now that I work and I'm an adult, I don't get that off. But it's still nice to enjoy the nice weather and just hang out with friends when I do have the weekend off.
Well, I'm glad we didn't miss that fishbowl question. Thank
Yeah.
you, Michaela. Thank you very much. Now, each of our contestants is going to present to you the introduction that they would give when they travel to other festivals, should they win their age group tonight. So we'll start off again with contestant number 1. Tamron.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tamara McCain, and I'm contestant number 1 for Miss Festival of Flags. Our festival is located 45 minutes south of Chillicothe and is held over Memorial Day weekend. Activities include a pretty baby contest, karaoke, a grand parade, first-class entertainment, and it's all topped off with our Memorial Day car show. Come help us celebrate true American values with current and past residents of Oak Hill. I hope to see you all over Memorial Day weekend.
And now contestant number 5, Natalie Renee Krenitz, will give us her introductory speech.
Hello everyone, I'm contestant number 5, Natalie Krenitz, for the title of the 2021 Miss Festival of Flags. Our festival is located in Oak Hill, Ohio, annually on Memorial Weekend. The festival was established when a group of outstanding citizens wanted to preserve the historical Central School building in 1992. When you come to visit the festival, you will observe over 2,000 American flags throughout our gorgeous village. At our festival, you will enjoy the entertainment, parade, and wonderful food. Can't wait to see you there.
Contestant number 7, Jersey Nicole Dean.
Hello everybody, I'm Jersey Dean and I am a contestant for the Team Miss Festival of Flags. I hope you join me Memorial Day weekend where the food is yummy, the entertainment is outstanding, and the community is very friendly. I hope to see you all there.
Contestant number 8, Hannah Marie Yeagle.
Hello everyone, my name is Hannah Yeagle and I'm a contestant for the Festival of Flags Teen Miss. The Festival of Flags is located on the southeastern side of Jackson County. It is held during Memorial Day weekend, and I would like to invite you all to the activities that we have. It starts with the Pretty Baby contest, and then we cannot forget food. Thank you all, and I hope to see everyone there.
And contestant number 13, Michaela Lynn Lodwick.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Michaela Lodwick, and I'm ready for your 2021 Festival of Flags Queen. The Festival of Flags is held every Memorial Day weekend right here in southeastern Jackson County. The festival is full of fun events such as games, rides, craft shows, food, free entertainment, a car show, and the grand parade. I really hope to see you there this year. Thank you.
Okay, now let's meet those 10 contestants that are vying for the title of Junior Miss. First is contestant number 4, Madison Ray Deddy. Madison is a 12-year-old daughter of Aaron and Mark Hales and the late Matt Deddy. She is a 6th grader at the Oak Hill Middle School. Her interests are motocross, dirt track racing, riding her side-by-side, swimming, and spending time with her family. Maddie hopes to be a dental hygienist one day. Thank you, Maddie. Number 6, Kiara Bell Arrington is a 9-year-old daughter of Joanna Miller and Bernard Arrington Jr. She attends Oak Hill Elementary, where she's in 2nd grade. She has 2 older brothers and 2 sisters. She enjoys dancing and singing. Kiara is a Girl Scout and loves to spend time with her family. Thank you, Kiara. Contestant number 11, Ameriby Alisanne McCain. She is the 11-year-old daughter of Aaron and Tammy McCain. She's in the 6th grade at Oak Hill Middle School. She participates in softball, basketball, volleyball, and will be a junior high cheerleader in the fall. Her hobbies include spending time with her family, going to Kings Island, and HUV riding. Thank you, America. And contestant number 15, Bailey Paige Antinero. Bailey is the 11-year-old daughter of Peggy Mullen, and she's in the 5th grade at Oak Hill Elementary. She enjoys reading, skating, spending time with her friends, helping fill boxes at the churches with food items for those in need, dancing, playing with her ferrets, playing basketball, and riding her bike. Thank you, Bailey. And now we'll do questions and fishbowl questions, okay? First up, Madison Ray Day, would you take the microphone, please? Maddie, do you or someone in your family race motocross, or do you just like watching it?
Yes, me and my stepdad both race motocross.
You do race then, huh, right?
Yeah.
Good. And what is your favorite subject at school? And tell us why you like that one particularly.
My favorite subject would probably have to be gym because I like to play basketball.
Okay, here comes the fishbowl, right? Yes.
What is your favorite vegetable? I really don't eat vegetables, so I really don't know.
Well, that's just perfectly okay. And thank you very much, Madam. Number 6, Kiara Bell Arrington. Kiara, what is your favorite game to play?
Tag.
Tag is a good one. You play that with your brothers and sisters?
Yes.
Well, that's a great thing to do with your family. And when you spend other time with your family, what kind of things do you like to do? Do you have picnics? Do you go on outings? Do you go fishing?
We go fishing.
You do go fishing. Do you fish at Jackson Lake?
Yes.
Yeah. And tell me about, do you bait your own hook?
No.
That took a minute, didn't it? Okay, let's see what we have in a fishbowl question for you. They're kind of hard to see. Shall I read it for you? Okay. Let me see what this says. It says, what is your favorite dessert?
Cake.
What kind of cake? Chocolate? Vanilla?
Chocolate.
Chocolate is my favorite too. Thank you very much, Gary. Contestant number 11, Ameriby Alisanne McKay. I think I said it right tonight, did I, Ameriby?
Yes.
Ameriby, tell us, what is your favorite ride at Kings Island?
My favorite ride is Orion. It is the newest and it is the tallest and fastest ride at there.
Sounds scary to me, but I'm empowered. So. I see you like to play several different sports. Which one do you like best of all? Which is your favorite?
My favorite to play is softball.
Softball. And you and your sister both are softball players, right?
Yes, we are.
That's good for you. Okay, now let's do that fishbowl.
What is your favorite book and why do you like it the best? My favorite book is probably the Harry Potter series because it took a long time to read for me and I just think it's put together very well.
That sounds great. Thank you very much, Ameriby. And contestant number 15, Bailey Paige Antinero. Bailey, you have ferrets, and I know maybe a lot of people don't know much about ferrets, so tell us about your ferrets.
I have 3 ferrets. Their names are Zeke, Zori, and Zoe. And I have had 2 of them since I was 5 years old and 1 of them since I was 7. They do sleep for 22 hours a day, and they only play for about 2 hours, and usually you can find them sleeping in like drawers or like bags, and it's really so cute.
So they hide from you a lot then?
Yes, they do.
They do like to hide. Well, that is an interesting pet to have. And tell me, when you fill the boxes at your church, is it your church, or do you go to other churches and help also?
I go to other churches to help too.
Okay, and tell me about the kind of food things that you supply in those boxes.
We put things like canned soup, ramen noodles, and some sweet things for little kids that want sweet food.
Okay, well that all sounds wonderful. Thank you for doing that, and thank you very much. That is fun.
What is the most fun thing you do with your family? The most fun thing I have done with my family is when I was about 7 years old, me, my mom, my brother, and my stepdad had a Nerf gun war in the living room and the kitchen. It was amazing.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And now we'll hear each of the Junior Miss contestants present their introductory speech. So we'll start that, if we could, with number 4, Maddie Day.
Hi, I'm Madison Daddy. I'm the Junior Miss contestant, and I hope to see you at the Festival of Flags for all the fun on Memorial Day weekend.
And Kiara Bell Arrington, number 6.
My name is Kiara Bell, and I'm running for Junior Miss Festival of Flags Memorial Day weekend. Hope to see you there.
And number 11, Amerity Alice Ann McCain.
Hello, my name is Amerity McCain, and I am a 2021 Junior Miss Festival of Flags contestant. And I would like to invite you to the Festival of Flags over Memorial Day weekend, where we have delicious food, rides, and great entertainment. I hope to see you all there.
Contestant number 15, Bailey, Paige, and Antinero.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I am Bailey Antinero, 2021 Junior Miss Festival of Flags contestant. I hope to see you all there at the festival on Memorial Day weekend that is held annually. The festival originated in 1993 to help preserve the school building, and ever since, it has been known as the Festival of Flags that we honor and cherish today. Thank you, and I hope to see you there for the fun entertainment.
Okay, judges, are you ready for the next category? We'll have our Little Miss contestants now, starting with contestant number 3, Savannah Jade Maynard. Savannah is the 8-year-old daughter of Ben Maynard, Don Dunaway, and stepfather T.R. Rollins. She attends Girl Scouts, plays soccer, and is a cheerleader. She likes to read, fish, hunt, and play with animals. Savannah also likes to play with her siblings and jump on the trampoline. She wants to be a firefighter when she grows up. Thank you, Savannah. Contestant number 9, Emma Rose Miller. Emma is a 7-year-old daughter of Amanda and Brad Miller. She's in the 1st grade at Oak Hill Elementary. She likes to play softball, paint her nails, curl her hair, put on makeup, and play with her siblings. Emma loves to pretend to take care of a real baby. She loves to play with her friends. Thank you, Emma. Contestant number 10, Riley Gabrielle Harper. Riley is a 7-year-old daughter of TJ and Tierney Harper. She is a first grader at the Oak Hill Elementary School. Riley's hobbies include gymnastics, playing softball, cheerleading, swimming, coloring, playing with her friends, and just being silly. Thank you, Riley. Contestant number 12, Lydia Don Strickland. Lydia is the 6-year-old daughter of Taylor and Levi Strickland. She has 2 little brothers. She is in first grade at Oak Hill Elementary School. Lydia enjoys ballet, arts and crafts, singing, and reading. Thank you, Lydia. Aliyah Ewing. Aliyah is a 7-year-old daughter of Yvonne and Stephen Ewing Jr. She attends the Oak Hill Elementary School, where she's in first grade. She has 1 older brother. She enjoys gymnastics, dancing, singing, camping, and spending time with her family. Thank you, Aliyah. So now let's talk to each contestant individually, and we'll start with Savannah, contestant number 3. Savannah, what made you decide you wanted to be a firefighter when you grow up?
What made me decide to be a firefighter is that I want to help and save lives.
That sounds good to me. And you like to read, among many other things. What's your favorite kind of book to read?
My favorite kind of book is Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss, do you have a favorite Dr. Seuss book?
My favorite Dr. Seuss book is Green Eggs and Ham.
That's my favorite too. Thank you very much. Now we'll get your fishbowl questions.
What is the...
Want me to read it for you? Their typing is kind of small and it's a little hard to see up here. Okay, this says, what is the scariest thing you have ever done?
The scariest thing I've ever done is I was at my cousin's on a trampoline. We was jumping and my cousin tried to help me do a back handspring on the trampoline. I was so scared.
That sounds pretty scary to me. Thank you very much, Savannah. Contestant number 9, Emma Rose Miller. Emma, you like to paint your nails. What is your favorite color to paint your nails, and tell me why?
I like blue because it's the color of the ocean.
Well, that's a good reason why. And how many brothers and sisters have you?
I have 3 brothers and 1 sister.
That's a nice big family. And do you all play together well?
Yes.
You do. Okay, let's get your fishbowl question and see what we can come up with for you tonight. Shall I read it for you? I would love to. Thank you. Okay, it says, if you could only have one kind of sandwich for the rest of your life, what kind of sandwich would you like?
Bologna.
Good choice. Okay, thank you, Emma. Thank you, darling. Contestant number 10, Riley Gabriel Harper. Riley, you take gymnastics?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about some of the things that you do in your gymnastics class.
We do back handsprings and we do back walkovers and we do front walkovers and we do all kinds of twists and flips.
Do you do those walkovers on a balance beam yet, or are you still on the floor?
Still on the mats.
Oh, well, that's good. That's a safe place to be. It also says on your application that you like to swim.
Yes.
You have your own pool?
Yes.
And do you swim every day in the summertime?
Almost every day.
Well, that's a good thing to do. Now we're going to get a fishbowl question for you, and I'll be happy to read it for you if you like.
Where do you like to go on family?
That says family outings, huh?
Vacation. Outings?
Maybe to an amusement park or somewhere like that?
To Tennessee.
Tennessee. Great place to visit. Okay, thank you very much, Riley. Next up is Lydia Don Strickland, contestant number 12. Hey, Lydia. Your application says you like to do arts and crafts. What kind of crafts do you enjoy doing? Maybe do you like making paper crafts, cutting out cutouts and that kind of thing? Why did you tell us that? Well, let's try another question. You take ballet classes, right? What's the name of your ballet teacher?
Miss Antinero.
Yes. And have you been seeing her for quite some time for your lessons?
Yes.
And do you do pirouettes and plies?
Yes.
You do? Well, that's good. You're making good progress already then, right? Okay, let's see if we can find a fishbowl question for you.
Describe your favorite outfit.
Is your favorite outfit a dress? It is. What color is it?
Rainbow.
Well, that sounds great. And is that your favorite one then? Good for you. Okay, thank you very much, Lydia. And Aaliyah Ewing, contestant number 14. Aaliyah likes to sing. It says so on her application. So what kind of songs do you like to sing best, Aaliyah?
Dance Monkey.
And you like to go camping?
Yes.
And do you camp in a tent?
I camp in a camper.
In a camper. So you have, I bet you have all the electricity and everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's a good way to get away for a few days, huh?
Yeah.
That's really great to hear. Now we're going to get a fishbowl question for you, Aaliyah.
What is your favorite
May I help you with that? Okay. Holiday. What is your favorite holiday?
Easter?
Easter is a good one. Do you color eggs?
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to say about Easter?
Get eggs.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. Okay, now each Little Miss is going to present for you their introduction that they would give should they get the position of Little Miss and be visiting another festival. Starting with contestant number 3.
The Festival of Flags is held over Memorial Day weekend. We have food, treats, and fun things. I hope to see you there.
Thank you very much, Savannah. And next is Emma Rose Miller. You're going to start by just telling us your name, Emma.
My name is Emma Rose Miller.
And then you're going to tell us a little bit about the festival, huh? Remember, it's on Memorial Day weekend?
It's on Memorial Day weekend.
Right, and we'll have lots of good food and lots of fun, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Emma. And contestant number 10, Riley Gabrielle Harper.
Hi, my name is Riley Gabrielle Harper.
And you're hoping to be the Little Miss Festival of Flags, right?
And I'm hoping to be the Little Miss Festival of Flags.
So you'd like everybody to come to our festival, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Well, good. We'll tell them when it is.
Memorial Day weekend.
There you go. Good girl. Thank you very much. We got Lola on the job. And our next is contestant number 12. That's Lydia Don Strickland. Thank you, Lola. So Lydia, tell us about you. You're going to introduce yourself now. You're going to start by telling us your name, okay?
My name is Lydia Strickland.
And you hope to be the Little Miss, don't you?
Yes.
And you want all of your friends to come and visit you at the Festival of Flags?
Yes.
And tell us when it is. When is that festival?
On Memorial Day weekend.
There you go. Okay, thank you, Lydia. And number 14, Aaliyah Ewing.
My name is Aaliyah Ewing. Little Miss Festival Flags on Memorial Day weekend.
That is correct. Thank you very much. Okay, at this time, we're going to hear from our 2019 queens as they offer up their goodbye speeches. And we'll start with our 2019 Little Miss, Miss Lola Gazad.
My name is Laura Kazad, and I am the 2019 Little Miss Festival of Flags. When I remember my year as Little Miss, there are so many fun times to think about. Starting with our Festival of Flags, my big sisters, Maddie, Des, Alex, all treated me like one of their sisters. I am just so blessed that I got to spend the whole year with them. I had a great time with Chris and Felicia. They were like my second parents on our adventures. My favorite festival was the Strawberry Festival, and I loved their festival Prom too. The Jingle Bell Festival was fun, even though the weather was crazy. But we still loved it. I will miss being on the court, but I am very excited for another girl like me to have a chance to be Little Miss. Thank you for this opportunity. I will remember it always. And for the last time, I am the 2019 Little Miss Festival of Flags.
Thank you. And now our 2019 Teen Miss, Alexandra Johnson.
Sometimes you'll never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Dr. Seuss. May 2019, I embarked on my journey as Teen Miss Festival of Flags. The night I was crowned, I was so excited. I slept very little with the anticipation to get up and to get ready and put my crown on again. I'm so glad my dad and mom had me view my crown sash, not as a prize, but an opportunity. An opportunity to represent Oak Hill, to serve, and to grow into the best version of myself. I'm thankful to God, my family, friends, and the festival for pushing me to exceed that opportunity as a person. Thank you to my parents and siblings for going the extra mile, literally. You never complained about attending the parades in any weather. You showed up, waved, and cheered me on as I passed by. You truly made me feel royal at every event. Dad, you always give such wisdom and encouragement and remind me of my beauty inside and out daily. To have you be the honored veteran at a couple events and escort me will always be a cherished memory in my heart. Mom, words will never be able to repay you for the amount of sleep you lost and work you've done behind the scenes. From using Pinterest to make sure my hair was beautiful with a crown on, to taking pictures even when I didn't want another to capture every moment on this journey, to packing for long day events and even helping me straighten my dresses before going on stage. Above all else, thank you for standing by me and encouraging me to step out and push myself to be the best. Thank you to my fellow court, Maddie, Desiree, and Lola, for the memories of each festival that we made. The amount of laughs, crazy games, dances, singing too loud, and most of all, encouragement will never be able to fully be put into words. Representing Oak Hill with you three was absolutely priceless. I will always cherish the behind-the-scenes adventures, getting dressed, fixing crowns, and encouraging each other in my heart. To Joyce, Jennifer, Kenny, Charlie, Felicia, and Chris, and every single person that works hard behind the scenes to make this Festival of Flags what it is, including all the sponsors here in the village of Oak Hill as well, your investment in my life and our village will never go unnoticed. During my reign, I got to travel all over the beautiful state, loving every minute. I was such an honor to travel to different festivals, going to lunches, teas, meetings, and meeting the royalty, and then seeing the pride that each one had for their hometown was humbling. My mom has always said it takes a village to raise a child. The participating people in the parades, I got to see firsthand that communities coming out to support and encourage the royalty and the festivals was truly a big family feel. I'm so grateful for the opportunity I was entrusted and the friendships and the lessons learned along the way. To the next Teen Miss Festival of Flags. You were chosen for a reason. You will be handed the opportunity that I had to represent our village and Oak Hill with pride. You will be given the opportunity to carry a piece of our village all over the state and make new friends and become a part of such a huge family that will last forever in your heart. Best of luck, and truly don't blink, because the time goes by so fast. Enjoy every moment. As I am approaching the close of my time serving as your Teen Miss Festival of Flags, I am filled with such honor, joy, and a little bit of sadness. Even though the time has flown by, I will cherish the memories made and most importantly, opportunities shared. Without God, none of this would have been possible for me. Thank you, and for the very last time, I'm the 2019-2020 Festival of Flags Teen Miss, Alexandria Johnson.
Even with our extra year together, I never fully prepared myself for this moment. Being the 2019 Festival Flags Miss Attendant gave me plenty of memories along with life lessons. While attending other festivals, I had an amazing experience of bonding with my court as well as meeting new courts. Memories like making sure Maddie got her bourbon chicken to making sure Lola had her crown on straight, because let's be honest, it never was, will hold a special place in my heart. With all this being said, I would like to give my thanks to all those who made my reign worthwhile. To Felicia and Chris, thank you both for dealing with us during our time together, making sure we were all at the festivals on time, and providing the best year we could have had. From the moments of Lola bullying Chris to asking a stranger on the block if we could use their restroom during a parade, I will hold these memories forever. You guys are not only a chaperone, but you also treated us like your own. Chris, thank you for always being there to make us laugh and helping me with my 4-H goats. Felicia, thank you for always being sure that we were comfortable on and off of the float and doing your best to make us look presentable. I know your years with us were your first, but you could not have given us a better time. I hope all your future years with Festival Flags will continue to be great. To my mom and sister, thank you for being at every parade possible to cheer me on as I passed by. It always became a goal to spot you guys in the crowd before you saw me. I couldn't have done this without your support. You guys have forever and always will be my biggest fans no matter what I do, and I can never express how much you mean to me. I love you guys. Now for my court, to my little Miss Lola, you are truly a firecracker waiting to set off, and no one will ever be able to get in your way. Your feistiness is always able to make us laugh, and I loved every moment with you. When you would run up to me for a hug or demand to hold my hand at every festival, I felt so much love and will forever appreciate those little moments. Your future is so bright, little Lo, and I cannot wait to see where you go from here. To my teen miss, Alex, thank you for all the memories and good times we shared. I will never forget the pure chaos we went through to help chaperone the fundraiser dances. I appreciate the positive attitude and all the life lessons you've taught me. I will always admire how your family was continuously willing to step up for festival responsibilities and tease when needed. I wish you all the luck in college as well as life beyond that. Lastly, but definitely not least, to my queen, Maddie. No amount of words will ever explain the love I hold for you in my heart. To stand here and try to list all the favorite moments I had with you, I will be talking forever. Since our first day of pageant practice, I knew I found my twin flame and that we would be hooked simply because we were the only ones able to breakdance to Over the Rainbow, and we have done nothing but become closer and closer. I will forever cherish the moments and the memories and all the laughs we shared. You and your family treated me like your own, and I felt nothing but love and support. As my best friend moves across the country to bigger and better things, and I cannot wait to see where you go in life. I already know it will be great. Thank you for everything you have ever done for me, and never forget that I will always just be a phone call away. We will all be pursuing our futures and moving on from each other, but I will forever be here for you all if I am ever needed. I can never fully repay you all for what you have added to my life. Being part of the 2019 Festival Flags Court will forever hold a special place in my heart, and I will always cherish the moments of being able to represent my village. I am eternally thankful for the amazing 2 years together. For the last time, I am and forever will be your 2019 Festival Flags Miss Attendant.
Our 2019 Miss Festival of Flags, Madison Porter.
May 23rd, 2019, I showed up to Oak Hill High School in what we describe as casual business attire, toting my favorite red dress and an all-white jumpsuit. I practiced so long and was still so nervous. This long journey began that night, and I had no idea it would be 2 years later that I say goodbye to my ring. Though it may seem that because of the pandemic, there are a lot of things to be upset about regarding what we missed or didn't get to do, I'm thankful. We got to experience so much before we weren't able to anymore, and I'll be forever grateful. Just like everyone else, I have a few people I need to thank. First, I'd like to thank Charlie and Kenny. You guys always made sure we looked our best and were absolute problem solvers. Members of the committee, like Jennifer and Joyce, always being there to lend a hand when one was needed. And of course, my chaperones, Chris and Felicia. Carrying 3 teenage girls in Lola had to be a task within itself, let alone the pictures, fair food, and making sure we looked presentable. A big thank you to the other court members' parents. Thank you, Amanda, for driving us to a pageant and taking lots of pictures. Thank you, Robin, for being there to support us and setting up the donut fundraiser. A huge thank you to Debbie for basically becoming my second mom. Always so quiet, but a mama bear when she needs to be. You're so supportive, and I'm grateful to know you. I would like to thank Miranda Haggerty for doing my makeup the night of the pageant. You made me feel beautiful. Sarah Ray for doing my hair and dealing with how picky I am. You've become someone I look up to. Thank you for being so kind. And of course, I need to thank my court. Lola, thank you so much for bringing your upbeat attitude and spunk to every event. You make the rainy days a little sunnier. Watching you grow up these past 2 years has been an awesome journey. Love you, little Miss Lowe. Alex, thank you for being so kind and patient with Lola and always being the first person to offer help, whether it be setting up a fundraiser or fixing someone's dress. You were always right there. And Desiree. We clicked at the practices, and I hoped if I had won, you would be on court with me. It really was a wish come true. I have found a forever friend, and I don't even know how to put into words how blessed I am to have you as my first attendant. We are so alike, it's almost scary. Thank you so much for putting up with me for these last 2 years. Finally, I'd like to thank my family. Lexi, thank you for always believing in me. I wouldn't be on the stage right now if it wasn't for you. You are my partner in crime for life. Thank you to my brother, sister-in-law, cousins, sister, nieces, and nephews for coming to the events and waving at me on the float. You are my own personal little fan club. Thank you, Dad, for putting up with the queen issues like, I forgot my charm bracelet, or we're gonna be late. You're a trooper. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank my mom. Thank you for being my #1 fan. You're the reason that I have the confidence to stand here today. I could never properly thank you for everything, and it would honestly take me too long to even talk about. Just know that I thank my lucky stars for you. I leave you some advice for the new queen. Your court is your family. Want the best for them so they can want the best for you. And get bourbon chicken at every festival. Thank you all so much for coming and supporting us over the last 2 years. My name is Madison Porter, and I am and forever will be your 2019 Miss Festival of Flags.
And I'd like to spend a couple of minutes now just talking to you about the festival in general. So a little history and a little about. First of all, the festival began in 1993. 1 year prior to that, a group of Oak Hill citizens formed a committee to save the Central School building. The idea for the festival was pitched to that committee by local Dan Brisker, and the committee enthusiastically accepted that challenge. They held the first Festival of Flags in 1993 on the grounds of the Central School building. Unfortunately, their work to save that building faced an uphill battle, and eventually the school was demolished. But the festival has continued, and after a few years, moved to its current location at Etna Park. The 2021 Oak Hill Festival of Flags celebrates its 28th year. The Central School grounds are now a beautiful central park, thanks in great part to your local Chamber of Commerce. For the first time since 1993, the festival could not be held last year due to COVID-19 restrictions, but as the situation has improved, we're excited to be holding Festival number 28, beginning on May 28th and ending on Memorial Day, May 31st, with our annual car show. There will still be some COVID restrictions in place, and we'll ask that you practice social distancing, stay within your group, wear a mask when appropriate, and just do your best to follow the guidelines in effect as of the end of the month. Our festival is a member of the Ohio Festivals and Events Association, and you can find information about our festival and all the other affiliated festivals on their website. That's ofea.org. Being the generous community that it is, residents and businesses in the Oak Hill area have, for the second year, made it possible for us to provide free ride passes for 1 day to each child in the elementary school. That's more than 600 children. We're overwhelmed by the generosity that people show, particularly when it's for the children of the community. For additional days of rides, we will have pre-sale ride passes available, and you can also buy a ride pass at the festival in the rides area. And this year at the festival, we'll be introducing some new entertainment acts to the community. We're looking forward to welcoming Wanted, a Bon Jovi tribute band, on Friday night. And on Saturday night, we have Presley and Taylor, two beautiful sisters who are really an up-and-coming team on the Country Music Festival in Nashville. On Sunday evening, we'll feature local favorites, the Red Brush Band and Bart and the Chasers. Saturday, you know, is Kids Day. So there are a number of events that are designed especially for the younger children. At 9 a.m., the Madison Jefferson Fire Department, firefighters, sponsors a free fishing tournament at Jackson Lake. Then we have our Pretty Baby contest later in the morning, and free pedal tractor pulls start at 1 p.m. You check the schedule for times of registration for those events. The community church service on Sunday has become an annual tradition, and you're all invited to join us at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning for a great church service. We combine several of the churches in Oak Hill, and they get together and we do a really great service. This year, the sermon will be provided by Reverend Dr. Pat King, former pastor of the St. Paul and Faith United Methodist churches here in Oak Hill, and we look forward to having Reverend King back with us. You can find a full schedule of events on our website, oakhillfestivaloflags.org, on our Facebook page, and on the back of your program. It will also be published in the local newspapers. Also on our website, and almost more importantly, you'll find a list of our sponsors. Please look over that list, and when you happen to be in the business of one of our sponsors, or you just see them out and about in the community, thank them for their support of our festival. This could not happen without them. And we hope to continue the tradition of holding our pageant at the school next year, so there'll be room for a few more people with a few less restrictions, we hope. We thank Brian Moore for all his help here this evening and the Oak Hill Historical Society for the use of their lovely Liberty Theater. As COVID restrictions continue to lessen, the festival committee looks forward to resuming some of our favorite activities throughout the year. For example, the holiday-themed dances that we do for the elementary students. They're so well received, and I think the committee enjoys doing them as much as the children enjoy attending them. So we'll keep you informed through social media and local newspaper and radio announcements about those events as conditions allow. Each year, we choose a group or person to honor as the ceremonial leader of our grand parade on Sunday. This year, we honor a couple who celebrate their 50th year in business in Oak Hill. They have supported the festival, the schools, and all other events in the village. This year's Grand Marshals are Gary and Brenda Lunsford. Our sincere congratulations to them on their 50th anniversary in business, and our grateful thanks to them for their continuing support of our community. Now we have some awards to present to our contestants. The first award this evening is the Mildred Bangert Community Service Award. Each year we present this award to one of our contestants. It is sponsored by the Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce in recognition of Mrs. Bangert's many years of service to the Chamber. Mildred retired from teaching in the Oak Hill School District. She was a member of St. Paul Methodist Church, and where she sang in the choir, was its director for a time, and taught Sunday school. She also wrote columns about our village and its people in Jackson County Times Journal and the Jackson Telegram. She was a great supporter of all things Oak Hill. She spearheaded the group which started the annual tradition of the Oak Hill Festival of Flags. She was among a group of local interested citizens who established the Welsh American Heritage Museum, and Mildred was its first and only curator. She retired in 2012 after 40 years of service as curator of the Welsh American Heritage Museum. Much of her contribution was from behind the scenes, but she was always willing to lend a hand to any venture that improved the life of our citizens, and the welfare of our community. And so, with community service in mind, this year's award, the Mildred Bangert Community Service Award, goes to Natalie Krenitz. Hold up your certificate and strike pose right out there in the middle. Each year, the Queen's Committee selects one contestant who stands out among the group during our rehearsals. She listens, pays close attention to our instructions, and follows them. She accepts suggestions for improvement and works hard to put those into practice. She seems really happy to be involved and always has a smile on her face. This year's Director's Award goes to Michaela Lodley. Congratulations. Hold up your certificate and dust that photo off. There you go. You're winner of our director. Now, we've been conducting our Miss Photogenic contest on our Facebook page, and we thank you for your participation. The choice must have been difficult because they're all so lovely, but there has been such a great response that we've decided to present an award to one contestant in each age group. And the winner of the Little Miss category photogenic award is Riley Harper. And in the Junior Miss category, the winner of Miss Photogenic is Madison Daddy. And in our Teen Miss category, the winner of the Teen Miss Photogenic is Hannah Yeage. And in the Miss Festival category, the winner of the Miss Photogenic contest is Tamara McCain. Okay, we have the winners to announce now. Thank you, judges, for your expeditious decisions. And so at this time, could we ask the Little Miss contestants to take the stage? And we're pleased to announce that the winner, the 2021 Little Miss Festival of Flags, is contestant number 3, Savannah Maynard. Candidates take the stage, please. Now we're ready, and the 2021 Junior Miss Festival of Flags is contestant number 15, Bailey Paige. If the Teen Miss candidates would take the stage, please. And the 2021 Teen Miss Festival of Flags is contestant number 8, Hannah Yeage. Okay, I am pleased to announce that the 2021 2021 Miss Festival of Flags is contestant number 13. Okay, thank you all very much for attending. Don't you have a wonderful looking forward for this year? Thank you so much. That ends our festivities for the evening. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.
Hi, I'm Michaela Lodwick, and this is unreal to me. I have tried 5 times to win this pageant, so hearing my name was just, it's unreal.
This means a lot to me because I tried it last year and I didn't win, and this is my first time winning this year.
Hi, I'm Hannah Yeagle, and this means so much to me because I've always dreamed of this whenever I was a little girl.
Hi, I'm Bailey Antinero, and it's just so much to take in at one time because I have wanted this since I was in like 2nd grade, and I've tried out every year that I could.
What I'm going to look forward to the most is having like little girls come up to me and like want to get pictures with me. I think that's just going to be amazing.
The most thing I look up for is to be on the court.
The thing I look forward to the most is hanging out with these beautiful group of girls. I so cannot wait.
The thing that I look forward to the most is getting to know these girls better and having the best time with them.
This is 100% the best thing that's ever happened to me.
It's the best thing it's happened to me because this is the first time I've ever won.
This is for sure the best thing that's ever happened to me.
This is the best thing that's happened to me because I get to be on it with a bunch of girls that I know and I like.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.